entering what was built during the Canaanite time. This, my friends, is known as Warren Shaft. It was Charles Warren's discovery, so it's named after him. What we do know is this was an access tunnel to the water system in case of a siege. And the Jebusites had such a smug attitude about this water system that they say to David, even the lame and the blind, they'll kick you out. You'll never conquer this city. Okay, we're standing in the Canaanite reservoir. This reservoir is how Joab conquered the city. He came in through the exit tunnel and then came up through the reservoir. As soon as he was in the reservoir, he had free entrance through their access tunnel to the city. Now we know all of this because we've excavated it and we found exactly how the city was conquered. How exciting is that? This is a picture of what the tower that was standing next to the reservoir looked like. And you can see the Gihon Spring below the spring tower, exiting to the south, and the enormous reservoir that was once there, which is today still called the Canaanite Reservoir. This is what it looked like standing outside of the city. Almost at the bottom of the valley is where the tower and the spring were located. That was the Achilles heel, the perishable, the dangerous part of Jerusalem was that the water system was outside of the city, the water source, and it had to be highly protected. So this is what the city looked like, believed to look like in the time of Solomon. The lower city, of course, with the lesser homes, the more grandiose homes near the palaces of Solomon. And these are the palaces of Solomon and his multitude of wives. And of course, his greatest accomplishment was the first temple, built on Mount Moriah, as the Bible records. Today we know it simply as the Temple Mount. We're in the Canaanite tunnel that Joab conquered the city through. And this, of course, was the exit tunnel that goes to the south. I want you to notice the type of roof that is here. And this was an amazing accomplishment. Probably took generations to build. This is all due to the Canaanite desire to have a secure water system. The Canaanite water system is the oldest water system in all of Jerusalem. It's dated to 3,300 BC. So at least 5,000 years old. That's pretty old. So Hezekiah, we know, was the famous savior, if you like, of the city of David. And he will build a whole other water system in the year 701 BC. So very, very far after the Canaanites. And that's the water system that brings the water to the Sent Pool. And we saw the entrance to that, and that's where the Gihon water today is flowing, through the Hezekiah water tunnel. There's an exciting discovery that happened about 10 years ago as a result of putting in a new sewer system here at the bottom of the city of David. And that's what we're seeing here, the evidence of having found the Gihon Spring exit and, of course, the famous pool of Shiloah, which is also known as the Sent Pool in the book of John. So what we're going to do is just go walk down and stand in the area that was once an enormous pool at the very, very southern tip of the city of David. So we've just walked down 13 stairs to the bottom of what is called the Shiloah pool. And this is a very important pool because it was the largest reservoir, also used as a mikveh in the time of the Lord and then after. It's attached to that incredible pilgrim road that goes up from here all the way to the corner of the Temple Mount. And that was the Herodian Pilgrim Street. So when we think about this Shiloah pool, the Sent Pool, it is here we have the famous story that is written about in the book of John. And of course, this is the story of the man who was born blind. And the outcome of the story is that Yeshua speaks in verse 39 when the man believes in him. And he says, "For judgment I have come into this world, that those who do not see may see, and that those who see may be blind." Those words were spoken, of course, when the Lord was here in Jerusalem, and it was to this pool he sent the blind man, and he came back seeing. And from that point on, we understand that Jesus is judging his people and putting a blindness upon them, a veil, if you'd like, so that those who don't see, meaning those who are the Gentiles, would see. So if you know the Lord today, it is partially in result of this statement that was made here for the sake of the Gentiles. He was sent to bring sight, and temporarily he put blindness on the hearts and the minds of his own people.